Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. What was today? Happy Wednesday. I'll be forgetting the days. The days have been going in circles forever. Okay, but happy Wednesday. We have a few topics to get into. Okay, so y'all already know to like the video, comments in the comment section, share and all that good stuff that we always do. Okay, it's the same thing every day. Y'all already know what I need you to do. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Okay. Now, I feel like the main thing that was going on today, Porsha was on a interview child binger. She was interviewing everywhere. Okay, we'll get into that. And then a few other things. And then I'm gonna go to bed. Okay. That's what's gonna happen for me. I did review Paradise. I did a quick car conversation this morning. So for those who have already watched the show and want to hear my thoughts on it, it is already up on my channel. Okay. We were live on Monday, so that is up. I did a Beyond the Gate review for last week. That is up. The next one will be up. I'll probably do the next one on either Saturday or Sunday and whatever. We did Potomac and stuff. We can there's other reviews and stuff up. There's other content, so go watch it. Okay. But today we have this stuff here. Now look, I am tired. Hi. Okay, but I'm here. Okay, I'm here, and that's what matters. Okay, thank you to those who are watching live, also to those who would end up watching the replay. I think y'all can hear me because no one told me y'all could not. Okay, but hey to the people. Okay, hey to y'all. Okay, and stuff. Okay, you need to. I don't. You know what? I feel like the show was so good. I didn't want to do a regular review, like a breakdown, or whatever. I just wanted to like have a little rant about it because in my head, that's how the show is. But there was so many, points to that show. I'm gonna for sure rewatch the season for Paradise on Hulu. But I don't think I'm gonna do an extended version. Now, when season 2 comes out, I will probably do a weekly review of it. It'll probably still be a car conversation. But I'll do per episode review and not a full season review. For season 2. It's what's interesting? What is it? What happened? Look, y'all know I be trying to get stuff together, right? Very much so. And I was like, all these, and it's child trying to find a good picture of Heavenly. Heavenly was the issue for me. Simone was the issue for me, or whatever. And then even Gizelle, child, I'm like, Simone clothes always be ugly. I couldn't find her. It was crazy when I seen Porsha in this outfit and the little silver thing on her neck. Okay, then I seen Drew or whatever. But y'all, so I said we're gonna get some black colors, some little browns, some sort of silvers, some little reddish and stuff. So yeah, I had to. It was a lot. It was a lot, but I like it. Happy birthday to Montrez. Happy birthday to you. Okay. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Okay. But again, hey, shut my throat. But hello to everyone. Glad y'all can hear me because sometimes you never know. Okay. But again, hello to y'all. Now, because I saved so much stuff. Okay, I promise y'all because y'all know I got a new job. Not a new job. I ain't a job. I got a promotion at work. So my job is different, and so I be busy a lot. And so where I used to be able to like look through social media, child, and get the topics and saying and get into and get into the topics or whatever. Sometimes I can't do that as much now because I'll be busy. Okay, but today I said, no, girl, save stuff. Um, Go over stuff that you already saved that you forgot to go over. Okay, but yeah, that's why I wasn't live yesterday. I'm still trying to put out more content a lot. Um, I'm gonna just push out more content. I am for the month of March. And we're gonna see how April goes. Okay. So again, it's always stuff up. It's always stuff up. I'ma do a we'll see what Thursday holds. We will see. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, so my schedule is just different. So I don't have as much free time. I got free time, but I'll be trying to be real good at my job or whatever. So sometimes I just don't have time to do a show and I can't look at no stuff. That's what happened yesterday. But here we are today. Okay. Now I saved good stuff, bad stuff, crazy stuff, celebrity stuff, regular stuff, or whatever. Well, that was our top or the bottom. I can't remember. Stop at the top. I think I say. Well, first let's just get into it. I don't know. Look, I don't know who thought this was a good idea. I don't know who told Casey Anthony to get on a public platform and try and tell anybody that she is an advocate for anything when we look at you as a killer of your daughter. Okay. And to me, there is no piece of rehabilitation, rebranding, anything that will make anyone look at you other than the person that we believe. Now, again, she was found not guilty, whatever. So was OJ. Okay. When I saw her talking about she owned the TikTok as a legal advocate, I said, "What, bitch?" Now I don't know if anyone is following her. I'm not. I would never. Okay, because I feel like just go away. Like we don't need you here. Go work at the Waffle House, at the local Walmart, out of Piggly Wiggly. I don't care what you go and do, but what you not gonna go and do is come around here in the public space of the social medias and then try to gaslight us into thinking that you trying to help anybody. Now, her stuff with the trial, the murder happened, they said back in 2011. So again, yeah, that was 14 years ago. We ain't forgot. Not today, not ever. Okay. And
since 2011. And in this capacity, I feel that it's necessary if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate that I start to advocate for myself.
if I was to ever go to any organization, I don't, if I walk in and they say, "Hey, here's your advocate," Casey, Casey who, bitch? I know not Casey Anthony. I don't know any organization, unless it's one of killers, who would hire her to be an advocate. I don't know, not ever.
And also advocate for my daughter. For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Kaylee Anthony. My parents are George and Cindy Anthony. This is not about them. This is not in response to anything that they have said or done. That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and done.
Girl, get the fuck on. Now, does she have a right to live life? I mean, technically, she do, but get the out of my face, okay? Again, I don't understand her trying to reintroduce herself, and I'm a legal advocate to help people in legal situations by giving them the right tools and a voice. Girl, we don't want your voice. We don't want your voice. And then she said she turned her controversial 2011 trial into a blessing and said she's now focused on the LGBTQ and women's rights. I'm a woman. I don't need your help. I also have friends who is in the LGBT. No one needs your help. So I don't know who she worked for. I don't know what organization she. Maybe she has her own organization at her house in her basement. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, but we don't know. Mm-mm, not at all. Okay, the fact that you a killer, like in my opinion, I think you got off, but you did it. In my opinion. Okay. So even to come on the social medias, okay, to use your daughter's death and the trial and the beef with your parents to get attention and promotion for yourself. It's like, ma'am, get the go away from me with this Apollo. Please.
Shut your mouth. Okay?
We don't need you here. Not today, not ever. So I don't know. Again, I don't know who she's helping. I don't know who's hired her. I don't know what she think would happen, because we also know a lot of folk be obsessed with, they'd be obsessed with the Dahmer people. They'd be obsessed with the Menendez. Some people do be obsessed with popular killers around here. Get out my face. Okay, so in case y'all did not know, she on the killing spree trying to help folk, in my opinion. So it's a no for me, dog. It's an absolute no. Also, remember, I think, what was this? What has happened back in 2023 at that daycare where the kids had ingested some fentanyl and had died or whatever? Yeah, the lady, the daycare worker lady, 45 years in prison. Okay, a Bronx daycare owner is a Agree Mendez was sentenced to 45 years in prison after she pled guilty to federal drug charges following the fentanyl poisoning death of a toddler. Can you imagine taking your kid to the daycare and they die from a fentanyl overdose because a fucking daycare worker is got girl? Now her husband, Felix Herrera or Herrera, I don't know, Garcia, they both were facing a mandatory minimum of 20 years to life. He around there too. But I don't protect the children. Okay. We have to learn to sometimes do a little bit more digging. Okay. Because it's nothing worse than trusting the fucking daycare with your 2-year-old, and the daycare is round here dealing drugs. Now they say she said sorry to the family before sentencing, insisting to an interpreter, it was an accident. I'm very sorry. I hope that someday I may be forgiven. No. You know what? No, I forgive you enough to not drown myself in hatred for you. However, I want you to forever feel horrible. Okay. I'm not gonna hold on to my disdain for you taking my child from me, but I want you to feel the pain of it forever. Period. Okay, period. So again, some folk should not be able to have children, and some folk should not be able to babysit them. Okay, and that's why a lot of folk be like, "Look, you can't even trust your kids to just whoever because you never know." You never know. Um, all right, talk about her. Uh, this one, an illiterate 19-year-old college student is suing her former school district because she said, "Y'all didn't teach me how to read or write. Okay, y'all did not teach me to read or to write. I'm in college now. I can't do shit." Okay, it says she claims to use speech to text apps to help her with assignments. Well, you a scammer.
Did you ever think you'd be going to college here?
No, never. Never in a million years.
In some ways, Alicia Ortiz is living an American dream. The 19-year-old began her freshman year at the University of Connecticut in Hartford this fall. She's excited to study public policy, the culmination of hard work after moving north from Puerto Rico as a child.
Do you remember when you first came to Connecticut?
Yes, I remember I was very nervous, but I know it was going to be better opportunities for me to learn.
But Alicia says those opportunities never came to fruition.
Even today, could you read this, or would it take you a long time?
It's impossible. I just see his words everywhere.
Alicia
I feel like there was a time where people could not read. We weren't taught to read. It was illegal for us to be able to read. I feel like if she's 19, I guess 25. So 19 years ago, you were supposed to learn to read. If you came here from Puerto Rico, meaning you probably did not speak English or whatever, why would you not tell nobody you can't read, bitch?
Alicia graduated from the Hartford Public School System last year, but she says today she is illiterate. She still doesn't know how to read or write. When she was in early education,
They would just either tell me to stay in a corner and sleep, or just draw pictures, flowers.
Girl, preschool, kindergarten. I remember when I was in first grade, they were teaching us how to write. Like we were being taught our letters. I know for a fact we were taught to read. We didn't have the internet back then. Okay. So if you are 19, went through all the years of elementary school, middle school, high school, you're now a freshman in college and you're illiterate and you want to sue the school.
For them.
and when she was in high school, she relied on speech-to-text programs and other apps to read and write essays.
So if you had an assignment where you had to write something, you'd open up a document like this and then do what?
I would go here to use the text-to-speech.
It says dictate.
Dictate, yep. I love pizza.
This is how you would do your assignments.
And then
Cats of the World VAK sporting a twin prop airplane.
If you had to read something, that's how you do it.
She is a schemer and a scammer because she learns how to scheme and scam to not read and not write versus learning how to read and write. If your teacher give you assignments and you then skim the assignment and use the damn girl, they should sue you for wasting their time.
She said her mother, who does not speak English well, tried to get answers.
In English or in a different language? Who she has felt from?
he advocated so much. She went to the school. The principal will promise her that they will do better. And sometimes there will be people from the district or the directors promising her that they will do better.
Now, Alicia is suing the Hartford Board of Education and the city for negligence. The suit alleges the school district documented and acknowledged Alicia's learning challenges through multiple grades, but because they were not adequately addressed, she continued to struggle academically and began exhibiting maladaptive behaviors in the classroom.
Ma'am, now I get you may have a learning disability, okay? English is not your first language. I can hear a bit of a speech impediment. It's a whole lot that was going wrong. However, if you knew you couldn't read, your mama knew you couldn't read, and you chose to use other avenues to get work done versus learning to read your damn self, and you kept getting old and a child to sue them, I feel like why not sue them before you graduated? If you knew, your mama knew, the doctors knew, that if everyone knew you couldn't read and you did not try to learn to read, if you have a cell phone and a fucking laptop that teaches you how to use dictation, you can also get hooked on phonics.
Sometimes I will feel proud to be the bad child because at least I was something to them, and I wasn't invisible.
While the city of Hartford and an educator named in the suit declined to comment when contacted by CNN, in a statement, Hartford Public Schools wrote, "While Hartford Public Schools cannot comment on pending litigation, we remain deeply committed to meeting the full range of needs our students bring with them when they enter our schools and helping them reach their full potential."
I feel like how many other kids can't read or write? If they have many kids in the school district who can't read and write, that's different. If there are multiple children they have that attend their schools and none of them can read, write, do math, they can't count 2 plus 2, if that's different. When you are one individual who knowingly said, but they know I can't read, so I just started to do a text to type. When you use all the other ways to get work done, they probably felt like, well, she's getting good grades. She's using things to do. Girl, and if you 19, your mama came here from Puerto Rico at least 14 years ago. Your mama can't speak English. So the mama never learned English. The daughter can't read and write. All y'all dumb. And I mean that disrespectfully. I just don't understand trying to sue the school system because you can't read or write, but you then said, well, I use this and that and that and this. I was like, no, you didn't care to learn to read or write. You didn't care to read or write. You found other ways to do stuff. And now because you're in college and now because they're forcing her to do things other ways, now she wants some money. And suing the school ain't gonna help you learn to read or write, bitch. And I mean bitch respectfully. Okay. That ain't gonna help. You can't, girl, sue somebody for a tutor. Sue somebody for a handwriting book. Sue somebody for some hooked on phonics tapes. Okay. Period. And can you read or write in Spanish or is it just English? Like, what can't you read and write in? Can your mama read and write? Because when I was in school, you couldn't do all this. I don't know because I'm 43. Okay, things are different. You use every avenue to cheat the system to pass classes, and now you're up in school, in college, and they like, hell no. Hell no. You cheated yourself. Because, look, I didn't care in social studies to learn about the Civil War. Didn't care. Because I don't live there. Okay? But I had to read, write, math. I needed basic skills to be able to live life. You need to be able. You can't sign a fucking. Who signed the papers to get you in college? Who signed up? If you can't read or write, who signed the contract between you and the school to get you into college? Who paid for the college? Did your mama work? Where your daddy at? I just feel like suing the school by saying I didn't learn the basics, but I did cheat the system. I did use everything else to get my work done. My mama can't speak English. So this probably was a language barrier because if mama don't speak English, she don't know what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? And even her, you can tell it's a mental disability. She has a speech impediment. Okay. And she don't look, not being able to read or write, but be able to have a cell phone and a laptop to do work on. So you're able to pay attention to what it is. You chose the easy route to be a bad kid and act out or whatever, and you didn't care about reading. And now college isn't as easy as high school. You can't get away with stuff how you did in high school. And now you feel, I guess maybe she feels like she's the victim. No, you knew you couldn't read. Even if they knew you couldn't read, you knew you couldn't read. And they can't flunk you if your grades are good. If you can't read, but you can pass all your tests, they can't flunk you. Because clearly, if you in college, you had at least passable grades. Girl.
Shut up! That is so stupid.
She probably lying. Y'all think she lying?
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
I think she lied. It's just weird. So we will see when she loses or wins her lawsuit because, girl, get out our face. Also, in the school system, it says a Texas mama is pissed because her 11-year-old son got a "I love you, my lord" tattoo in class. Why? The kids up here in the elementary school child giving each other tattoos with a needle. Child, they all gonna have Hep C, all the diseases because they up at y'all up at sharing a needle and
Broke the skin and scabbed over.
Ashley Armstrong already had a lecture with her 11-year-old son, Jordan. Scabs from tattoos are now seen down his arm reading, "I heart my Lord."
First of all, that ain't a tattoo. That is scars. That baby, they got cut up. That's not a tattoo. First of all, a tattoo includes ink. The fact that these kids thought, yeah, I remember, child. I remember long time ago. I was probably back. This probably had to be like maybe 1998, 97 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Back in the city, we had like gangs here, and so it's called NFL. Niggas from Linwood. And so the guys in our hood on the block wanted NFL, NFL, branded into their arms. So I was like, look, all I need is a paper clip, some alcohol, and a lighter. And it was like for my friends, but in 90, and like this had to be like 98. So I was probably 16 years old at one time. Who was on the porch, child, with a damn paper clip that I heated up with the lighter. Had the alcohol on their arm. Okay, to clean it off, whatever. And then I branded, NFL with a paper clip on like the upper arm. I think I did Darren's upper arm. I think I maybe did Goldie's chest. And it was this child, this stupid shit. This stupid. Yes, I have 3 tattoos. I have my name on one arm. I have True Love and some roses on one arm. And on my back, I have a Black Panther, some hearts and a lock. Because I have 3 tattoos. But child, I just remember, but again, I was 16. It may have been, was I in middle school? It was the 90s. It was between 93 and 2000. Okay. And again, because you don't think. So again, they're like, yeah, I want to get NFL, on my arm. Cool, bro. I got you. Look, who got a lighter? A paper clip, some alcohol, okay? And the fact that they let me do it is crazy. But at least, when it wasn't a tap, we wanted it branded. This here is insane. Okay. No, because they didn't want a tattoo. They wanted a brand. They wanted it branded into their bodies. Okay. Nothing. I didn't charge them because it was the dude. It was a dude on the block. It was the dudes on the block. So it was like it was stupid kid stuff, but it was like, but we knew what branding was. But I'm like, we knew we couldn't do no. I can't do no tattoo. So the kids thought, hey, just get a needle, okay, and child.
Plus initials tattooed on his hands.
He got punishment for it. He got punished for it. He knows better. He shouldn't have done it in the first place.
Now the Greenville mother wants answers.
These kids are getting these tattoos in class, and not one teacher noticed it.
Now, that's a time to sue. Okay, that's a time to sue. We were at the house. We was at Queenie house on the porch. We was not in school. And back then, the dudes in the block, they mama child, don't look. They mama didn't care. Them child, look. My mama, at that point in time, we was protected. You hear me? So I would never brand myself, okay? But I would hang out with the thugs, whatever. So, but we not in school doing shit. We could not be in school branding each other, let alone having a needle carving into people's skin. The skin gone blood, child.
Armstrong received a call from the school nurse at Travis Intermediate Tuesday. She was told to get lab work done immediately on her 6th grade son. Thursday, Greenville ISD confirmed the in-school tattooing of students. A statement posted to social media read, teachers assigned to the classrooms where the incident allegedly occurred have been suspended pending the outcome of an investigation.
They all suspended, fired, cut their check, all of that.
Going on to say students gave each other tattoos using temporary ink and the same needle.
Now, who the hell gave them the needle and the ink? Look, I have never went into any detail about my hood stories when I was younger, child. But yes, it was child. I have lived a life. I have lived a life. You hear me? But I'm like, who gave the kids temporary ink? Did they break open a pen and use pen ink? They're gonna die.
Greenville ISD is working with law enforcement to identify all students involved. The district didn't say how many students were tattooed or how the tattoo needle got into the school. Armstrong's son told her a boy in class approached him and the tattoo was done in the classroom with a teacher in the room.
The needle was shared several times from one class to another class to another class. It's with the needle, so I don't care if it's temporary ink or not.
But Armstrong is still unsure what is under her son's skin.
The devil, dirt, some kind of disease.
Hoping the scabs don't scar. Test results came back negative for any diseases, but the 11-year-old is due back to the doctor next week as a precaution.
This could affect him. Seriously affect him. Yeah, I'm not letting up on none of that.
Ma'am, your son was stupid. Okay, your son was stupid. Now let me say this. Your son, because do you not teach kids, hey, you can't share needles? It's dirty. Your son was dumb enough to let some random boy come in the classroom and give him a tattoo. That's stupid. That's dumb. That's just Hi, yeah. Go on Amazon. Get a little sticker. Get some water, rub it on, peel it off. Okay. Now my tattoos don't come off at all. But I just need folk to not be stupid. Now, I get the mama. The mama has a full right to be pissed off because, again, you can't do that kind of shit. But I also feel like parents talk to your children, because at 11 years old, they should know to not share needles with the kids in the school. Okay, don't sit in class. Then I can't imagine someone with a needle carved, because a tattoo don't hurt. A tattoo, you're not. It's not really carving like that or whatever. It's not bad. But sitting in class with another child, sixth grader, carving in your skin with a needle, typing "I love Jesus, my Lord." Did he make no noises? He get beat at home. Anyway. Hopefully, child, somebody one of them kids got a disease, okay? Because they dirty children's. Now, she gonna sue, I'm sure. She gonna get a little bit of money, I'm sure. But ma'am, your son is stupid. Your son's stupid. The other kid's stupid. Any kid that let somebody come and get them a tattoo with a shared needle don't y'all have like health class and science class? Body dysmorphia class? Don't let nobody carve into your body class? Just stupidity for no goddamn reason. Also, here in Detroit, of the Michigans, okay, people being dumb. A man was robbed after a woman lured him through a dating app. I done told y'all, don't trust nobody. Okay, you can't trust nobody. 4 suspects in custody following an early morning armed robbery, child in Warren. Okay, it say a woman lured this man to 12 Mile and Van Dyke. Okay, the victim, an adult male, arranged to meet a woman around there in the morning time, late at a booty call. Okay, he wanted to fuck. Okay, that's it. He want to bang, she want to bang. Because I'm not meeting nobody nowhere at 1:49 anymore. Child, look, I'm not meeting nobody anywhere at 1:49 p.m. because I may be asleep. Okay, but they met up, and through a dating app. It says was directed to a vacant house. Okay, around 12 Mile, and when he got to the vacant house. Okay, she let him inside and asked him to wait in the bedroom, and she went to the bathroom. Then 2 men came in, stole his stuff, and left. Okay, the man called 911. Police found the suspects. They said 3 men and 1 woman was arrested. I don't know what's worse, luring people in through the dating app or meeting somebody at a vacant house at 1 o'clock in the morning. You should not meet anyone you don't know anywhere at night. Period. Now, I guess if y'all want to bang it out or whatever, get to know them. But I'm not going to meet anyone for the first time at some straight location at all, because I don't want to get beaten up and taken. Okay? And I just feel like, was he a rich guy? Like, did he have some kind of money? Like, how would you even know to rob someone like that? Because what if he broke and ain't got no, like, I don't keep no cash on me. I think in my purse, I don't keep no cash. I keep like 1 debit card on me and 1 credit card. Everything else at the house. Because if you want to rob me, you ain't going to get shit. By the time you get to the ATM, I didn't cancel my card. So I need y'all to understand, do not meet up with nobody nowhere because they probably want to rob you, okay? Meet them at the damn Starbucks, okay? Meet them at the local somewhere public in the daytime, just to be sure they're not crazy. You should never meet anybody for the first time at night near a vacant house. That's just stupid. That's dumb, okay? And it probably means they ain't got their own house, because why? Anyway. That's the crazy shit going on in the world. Andy Stone's family released a statement. Okay, we are still upset and sad that she passed away. The family said this with heavy hearts that the children of R&B singer Andy Stone, along with her extended family, want to thank you all for your love, well wishes, and condolences. Her daughter Diamond and son Michael want to thank all of you for reaching out to family. They ask that y'all do what? Respect their privacy and let them grieve their mama. Okay, Andy is an example for a Black woman and girls everywhere. She's a pioneer, girl, blah 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 blah. Services are being planned so her fans can honor her life, music, and legacy. That's cute. That's good. Okay, I feel like people are still shocked she passed away. But I do think it's nice of them to have some kind of public memorial, maybe not a public funeral, okay, but a public memorial for her. So they said they'll drop the details eventually. Okay. Congratulations to Beyond the Gates, which is the first Black soap opera around here in years. I think they said it was the first new soap for one in the past maybe like 10 to 15 years. But they got number one in their time slot. Now I am watching Beyond the Gates. I like the show. It is very extra. I already hate some characters. Okay. I already want to punch some people in their face on the show. So if you have not already been watching Beyond the Gates, that comes on at 2 p.m. Eastern on CBS, go ahead and get into it. Again, they have already hit number one in their time slot. Okay, it says this is CBS's first new soap opera since 1987. Okay, the CBS's first new soap opera since 1987. It ranked number one in its time slot, but also it boosted CBS daytime lineup with The Young and the Restless and The Bold and Beautiful, reaching new heights because why? There are other people watching. Now, I don't watch those other shows. I only watch this one. Okay, I told y'all once they took off all my children, I was like, no ma'am, no sir. Okay, but Beyond the Gate, I'm telling y'all, it's got me hooked already. Now I don't know everybody's name already. I'm getting used to the names or whatever. But the fact that it's doing great in its own time slot is helping the show to come on before and after it. Yes. Okay, let it be, let it is. It's a good show, y'all. It is. It's a good. You have to first get used to the characters. That takes some time, but after last week, shut up. It's only one soap opera in their time slot. That ain't the point. That ain't the point. Leave them alone. I hope they cancel Young and the Restless. How about that? How about that? Anyway, I've been messing with me. It's a good show. It is. And we have to support the Black people. Period. And him need to start watching it and stop being a hater. Anyway, y'all make sure to watch the show so we can get put on again. Cameron and we talked Monday, I think it was. Cameron was up here cussing and fussing. Chad Ochocinco. Well, when Chad clapped back and said, "Bitch, come see about me if you need to. If you have a personal issue with me, you know where I'm at. Okay, come around here, bitch. Okay." When Chad clapped back and said, "I said what I said, ho," Cameron came back and said, "I'm sorry."
So I looked at it. I was like, yo, I did kind of go hard on Chad. And my brothers tell me, my brothers be on bullshit with me too. They be on bullshit. They're like, Cameron kind of was kind of crazy. I said, I do crazy though. That's what I do crazy. He said, yeah. And then they told me what he said. And I was like, was he being slick? And he's like, nah, it's kind of like he was kind of defending himself. So I want to say this. And then I seen clips of it. I didn't watch the whole interview. And I seen Uncle Shannon say that it seemed personal. None of this is personal. So that's the first and foremost. I have no beef with of course, Shannon Sharp or Chad Ochocinco. I just wanted to say, if I went a little bit hard, I apologize.
I think Chad's saying, don't make me kick your ass. Okay? Don't make me do that. Okay? Ocho came back and didn't back down. He came back and said, you know where I be at. He came back and said, bitch, who you talking to? And, even Cameron saying, well, I am a friend. It don't matter what your friend said. I think you knew you was wrong. You knew, well, I guess I did go too hard. And I think other folks may have said, What you mad for? You sound real bitch made. Don't be no bitch. So Cameron came back. You know, if I came too hard, I'm sorry. I think Cameron like punking people. You know, Cameron like going that extra mile and going off real hood with it or whatever. And I think he probably thought Chad either wouldn't respond or it would be a back and forth thing. But Chad's response was so like, let me bullet point you and show folk how you sound dumb. You pissed because I have an agent who booked my shows. You pissed because I didn't want to be a co-host or a guest host on your shit and I'm here. Like, you sound dumb, okay? And if you want to see me, you can see me. Cameron, sometimes just shut up. Just shut up. I did not. I watched maybe 89 seconds of the thing last night with the Code 45 man, because he irks my nerves. However, it says House Speaker Mike Johnson, Chief of Staff, Hayden Haynes was arrested for a DUI after leaving Code 45 speech last night. I don't know how we're going to make it the next 4 years, because you know it's bad when an organization has one bad manager or one bad boss or one bad worker. But when the whole organization is consumed with people who are bad at their job, and not only that, they're irresponsible to why are you drunk after the speech? Now, maybe were you drinking because you thought he was crazy? I don't know. But child, designated survivor. Yeah, if he drunk, because how you drunk? When did you start drinking? Was you drinking on the job? So I don't understand. I want to get into this really quickly. So we discussed, I want to say a few days ago, the Caleb Wilson who passed away, you know, over there at the Southern University student who passed away from some kind of fraternity ritual. Now, it was very much so, we didn't know no details, what happened, what did we do here, that, and whatever. And I feel like we were first told, oh, well, the kids was out here, and it's either I hope not. The person who will be the survivor is somebody we don't know. Okay. But back to Caleb's situation. The fact that we now found out the fraternity lied and made it seem as if, oh, we was at a park and just standing around and he died. He passed out. Well, what happened? Well, allegedly, okay, the frat lied. They were in an abandoned warehouse and they were having to stand in line and get punched in their chest. Now, I don't know. Again, I know people in the D9. I have friends, family who are in one thing or the other. I still don't understand what part of being hit, punched, kicked, physically assaulted in any kind of way. I don't know what that has to do with the brotherhood, the sisterhood. I don't know. But for y'all to do all that, take his body from one place to the next, drop him off at the hospital, go meet up as a group to come up with a fake story and tell the police a fake story thinking they won't fucking investigate. They said after the frat learned that he died, they allegedly all met up at an undisclosed location to discuss, hey, what we gonna say? hey, let's say we were at a park, okay, and he just passed out. We don't know what happened. And not say we were in an abandoned warehouse punching people in the chest and he died. I was like, bitch, what? So it says Caleb allegedly, apparently, Caleb and 9 other police were allegedly at a abandoned warehouse during the frat ritual, not a local park, like reported. While at the warehouse, the predators were allegedly being punched in the chest as they all stood in line to take the blow. When Caleb was punched, he collapsed to the ground and began to seize. They rushed him to the hospital. He was pronounced dead. And then again, after that, they said, hey, let's lie. So it's insane to me that so many of the D9 are quiet about this. Even if your particular frat didn't do this, it's not uncommon for this kind of thing to happen. So even though you didn't do this, why not condemn it? And I know this chapter of it will probably be shut down, you know, and even seeing folks, well, you let it happen, you know, no one should have to be abused to be in it. When I saw folks asking the question of, well, can you pledge a frat and not go through this type of stuff? And they said, well, you can, but if you do, they will label you soft in whatever way. And then you won't be looked at as someone someone who went through the hardship. I was like, that's like slavery. They would beat slaves to make them strong. So I don't understand how you want to build a brotherhood or sisterhood, and that entails you having to physically abuse, punch, hit, slap, or whatever. The paddle shit is all weird to me. There's enough trials and tribulations and tests you can give someone that does not entail them being physically harmed. Then the gotcha is, why lie about it? That's what makes it worse. Which means y'all knew it was wrong. Because if y'all punched 8 other people who didn't die, you could just say, hey, we didn't think he would die. But to do it, take his body, leave him there, find out he died, and y'all come up with some lame excuse of y'all was at a park standing in line, he collapsed, and y'all would not punch and which probably means it probably wasn't one punch. It probably was a multitude of punches that eventually made him collapse and have a seizure and die. You know what I'm saying? That's insane to me. Child, look, school days, when Head Paint had to fuck Tisha Campbell, I said, now what the fuck is going on here? You know what I'm saying? And I believe that the sisterhood and brotherhood of the D9, I believe in that. The good work they do. I just don't think that anybody needs to physically hurt you for you to join a little club. Okay? To me, the D9, all of them, are basically little clubs. And no one should be physically harmed to join a little fucking club. Period. And anyone who wants to support, well, you know, you wrong. It's a slippery slope. And once we start saying it's okay for clubs, teams, at my high school, when I was in high school, the football team, when I was in high school, the teams, would get paddled. There was paddles that if they did something, they got paddled. After I graduated, years later, parents started complaining because their child was hit with the paddle and the child had bruises. And it was a whole big thing here. So I feel like it's not just in fraternities. It's in different things too, where men think to make other men strong, or as punishment, you'll hit someone. When I was even in elementary school and even middle school, when I was I went to Brady Middle School. I went to Brady Elementary School, and our principal would have us stand on the yellow line, and that was a form of punishment. When we would go to the lunchroom, we would have to stand on the yellow line for like an hour and be the last to eat. And there was also a paddle they would use to paddle students. When I got to middle school, there was a teacher, Mr. Lyles, may he rest in peace. Mr. Lyles would paddle students too. So it's but then it was like a one hit thing. It was like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I can recall that now no one ever paddled me because my mom didn't want to have that. Okay. But I feel like corporal punishment in some way, shape, or form have been around in different ways. Sometimes it's hidden, sometimes some folks know, sometimes folks don't know. But I feel like the hazing ritual stuff that we've heard about specifically for fraternities, sports teams, or whatever, it has to stop. Again, if you're playing football and you have to run and catch and tumble and all that stuff, you may get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So yeah, football team, run outside in the heat, but don't let them have a fucking heat stroke. You know what I'm saying? It's but no one should have to be physically hit, hurt, harmed to be in a fucking club. And I feel like even though there are secretness to pledging, enough people have pledged to where they know what happens, and y'all know it's wrong because no one should die. And that's the part that's crazy. And this man, 20 years old, you know what I'm saying? He gone for a fucking girl. Anyway, I hope every student pledge whoever's in charge, be that from the school, be that from the chapter president, whoever was in charge, whoever was there that night during the punching, charge the punchers with manslaughter. Okay, charge every puncher with manslaughter and assault because you shouldn't have punched them. If you punch somebody and they die, manslaughter, because it's not murder in the first, but I'll give it manslaughter because somebody died. Oh bastard. Child, they said that we have to boycott Target. Are y'all not spending? Look, first of all, I need y'all to hear me good. We are going to have a recession. Okay, shit is finna get expensive because Colt 45 is insane. So first of all, y'all should not be shopping at Target. No goddamn. Secondly, they're calling for a 40-day boycott of Target because Target is one of the stores that is, rolling back the DI. I have already decided for my own self, I am on a spending, Jaylee stuff spending, and I'm only spending money for my house bills, gas in my car, like food or whatever. But I'm not doing any excessive spending because I feel like shit is about to hit the fan. And I feel like I don't need nothing. I have shoes, clothes, purses, bras, panties, socks, books. I don't need nothing here. I don't need to buy nothing. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna need some tissue, paper towel, soap, that kind of stuff. But I'm like, when I'm not buying nothing that's not a necessity at all. But I do think it's a good idea to do these 40-day, 30-day boycotts because one day don't mean shit. It don't. It helps a little bit, but it help more if it's a continuous thing. Now, I know everybody not gonna stop shopping. I know that. However, it's not about not buying nothing. It's about if you buy something, it should be for a reason. And where do you buy it from? Support your local stores. Support your local businesses. Don't go to the Targets, the Walmarts, the Amazons. If you can get it somewhere else, even for 30 days, 40 days, 60 days, go to Costco. Okay, go to your local store. The same. I love Viva paper towel. I love with Viva soft. We call soft something paper towel. My Charmin or whatever. Get what you need, yes, but get it from somewhere that is not a part of the problem. So y'all, for 40 days, just try to support. Okay, try, but also I want y'all to be smart and know a recession is coming. This meaning things are about to get expensive. Gas is finna get expensive. Food, all this stuff is finna get expensive. So try to save what you can. And if you have to shop, just don't shop at Target. Not today. Maybe not ever. The mom whose 2 kids died here in Detroit. We thought the kids had froze to death. Well, it comes to find out after doing the autopsy, the 2 kids actually died from carbon monoxide toxicity. And that is per the medical examiner. Now, I've seen comments all over the social media, child, on Facebook, and people who are here. Well, see, I told you that means she left the kids in the car. See, that means that she. I feel like people don't. I think people want to blame the mom for some reason that's weird to me. I feel like the car was running to keep them warm. I feel like folks who think, oh, well, that means the mama must have left them 2 kids in the car by themselves. And I was like, that's stupid. There's cameras in the parking garage. The police already told us they have footage of her pulling in the parking garage. To me, the issue is she pulled in a parking garage. Probably was in an area to where the fumes from the car were surrounding the car. 2 of the younger kids are who died. And not only that, if the carbon monoxide got to those 2 kids who may have been closer to wherever that stuff was seeping in from, even once the car cut off, they had already inhaled the fumes. Seeing folks say, why did the mama die? Well, I'm like, it's a reason why there were multiple people in that car. The mama, her mama, and 5 or 6 kids, and only 2 of them passed away. So trying to spin the narrative that, oh, that must mean she left them in the car. Oh, that must mean, and I'm like, y'all stupid. The same way we said if they was all in a car, how the only 2 freeze and other kids and parents did not. It's the same thing. It affected who it affected. And sometimes, because this is the car in the picture, and it looked like she had like back in, and again, if your car are running, and it was a 2002 car. A car is 20 years old. So who knows what kind of hole the car had. It's like that mama didn't do that. That meant while out in the cold, the car was running, and for some kind of way, the exhaust from the car got in the car near two of the kids before the car cut off. And if we all sleep, and I've been inhaling, and sometimes the smaller a body, the more toxic fumes can be. And if we all sleep and we don't realize someone is back there with this in their body, they're just there all night. But some people just want her to be this villainous, evil mama. I seen folks say, "Oh, take the house," because she had a house. The city gave her a house. Take the house back. See, and I'm like, y'all are stupid. Y'all are dumb. The fact that only 2 kids died does not mean she left 2 kids in the car and she left and went somewhere else. Do y'all not think the police watched the security camera? That's how they knew who put up, when they put up, because you can see it on the camera. If the mama, please believe, if the mama had left them kids in the car, she would have been arrested because the police would have seen it. She was in our garage is here. There are cameras around here. They would have seen her walking off, going somewhere. If the police have not said, yes, we have evidence that the mama left the kids and she went elsewhere, that's what they can sue her for. But you can't get pissed that a mother left the car running to stay warm. So either way it go, whether they die from hypothermia or carbon monoxide toxicity, it won't bring them kids back. It's still a sad situation. But some folk want her to be a villain, and it ain't me. Not today, not ever. Last crazy story. Remember that lady, the flight attendant who was twerking at work? Here she go.
Flight attendant whose twerking cost her dream job.
I didn't think that, being so happy can turn into something like this.
Her crying is sending me.
Nell Diallo was having a great time dancing and twerking in the aisle on an empty plane before an early morning flight.
I decided to just take advantage of the moment to wake myself up and kind of get myself hyped up for my day, basically.
She posted the video on TikTok along with the caption, "What's wrong with a little twerk before work?"
Girl, why would you twerk in your work outfit on your work airplane, post it on social media, and the song is about being a bad bitch or a ghetto bitch? The word bitch is in it. Most companies don't want their brand. Y'all, that is why, look, when I leave my job, that's when I'll say, wow, I don't post nothing that would identify where I work, because I don't want my own shits connected to them. Even when I twerk, even when I dance around my office, you can't see nothing in my office. You can't see where it's an office with my shit up in the office. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not supposed to connect it to at all.
But after the video went viral, she says Alaska Airlines fired her.
What did they say to you?
They just said that I broke their social media policy.
Nell had only been on the job for 6 months.
You was only there 6 months and you twerking in the goddamn thing? Girl, you was on probation.
She says she was twerking to celebrate the end of her probationary period.
Well, you should went to work, okay? But you know what? It could be her. It was her twerking. The song she used. It didn't look like her saying, "Yay, yay! I'm on probation. Yay, yay! I got a job." Ooh, it wasn't that. It was twerking. It was shaking your ass in your work uniform on the plane.
Why did you decide to post the video?
And I was really proud of myself that I came so far. I just didn't think that
she's the flight attendant who's twerking.
I just didn't think that my video and my post and the way I was dancing would be deemed as inappropriate.
Well, that shows your lack of judgment. Okay? Because unless you work at a dance studio, a dance class, you can't be twerking at work in your work outfit on the plane. You can't. You can't. Now, maybe she did not think it will go viral, but again, you have to be careful. Period.
So how did you feel in that meeting when they told you lost your job?
I put on such a proud face every time I stepped on that plane. And for them to terminate me without giving me a chance, it just was unfair.
Y'all hear the song?
A representative from
I just did.
A bad bitch, she real ghetto. Ma'am, you on the plane. Ma'am, you in your work uniform. Okay? When I post videos on my JayLeesCorner IG, I use some ratchet songs sometimes. I do. However, sometimes if I post the same thing on my Facebook and I tag like my mom or my sister on my personal page, I don't put no ratchet cussing song. I put Jesus loves me. This I know. For the Bible told me so. Okay? Because you can't do that. I can't have a picture of me, my mom, my son, and talking about bitch. No, the church would be like, what is the girl? Jaylee, is you cussing with your mama? Girl. So it's not the fact that you felt like, oh, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that. It's also probably the song. Bad bitch. What? Bad bitch? No, ma'am, you can't do that. But her up and oh my God. It's so sad. Oh my God. They fired me. I had been working here for 6 months. I just got off probation, and I was happy to finally be off probation, for my little 6 months. And then I put on my uniform and I was on the plane. It was open. It was open plane. And I just twerked my ass. I put my feet up on the seats, okay, and twerked a little bit. And then I was posing, looking sexy. Oh, God. And they called me in the office, told me I broke the policy. And I said, but I was just twerking my ass on the plane in my outfit that's a uniform. Right, bitch. You were twerking on company time in the company uniform on company property for likes. You can't, why would you not, if she was at home twerking in her uniform, I would then say, why y'all fire her? You know what I'm saying? But you were twerking on the plane, bitch. And I mean bitch respectfully. But you have to be, I have two of my nieces, two of my cousins are flight attendants. And I never see them post that kind of shit. And if they do, they're not in their work outfit. They keep it separate because there are standards for stewardesses. So they are. You know what I'm saying? Most people who are training for it, you don't even know if they're done. So, girl, next time, do better, bitch. Sherry Shepherd was talking about Megan Thee Stallion and some of the other girls who were at the Vanity Fair party. Vanity Fair, I think I talked about it in my live before. The Vanity Fair Oscars after party always has a bit of nudeness with it. Okay. And Sherry was saying, it's you don't have to be nude. You don't be nude. You have, girl, I don't like it when people want to police women's body. I feel like if I want to come out to an event that encourages people to be, it's a night, well, whatever. And no one's offended. No one's going to touch your body, okay? And the Meg want to come, child, look, Kim came with her titty out back in the 90s and no one cared. So I feel like I don't. I mean, bitch. Let me write that down. I mean, bitch, respect. I mean it respectfully, but that's a good thing. I'm gonna make a shirt, child. I mean, bitch, respectfully, and I'm always probably been disrespectful. But I feel like I am tired of people trying to police people's body, and I'm tired of people thinking that celebrities are the role models. When Lil' Kim was out there with her titty out talking about sucking dick, I didn't want to do that. I did not. Okay. We have to stop feeling like celebrities are role models and they're the kids' teachers. It's like, well, they don't have to be. The parent is the teacher. Even if I see Megan with her titties out, that don't mean I want to do it. Even if I think it's cute that she did it, I don't have to do it, okay, unless I want to. And let's stop putting more power into celebrities than we do the actual parents or the people in the kid, like the parents, the aunts, the uncles, the people in their life who's supposed to be role models. You can't do that to people. And I get it. Some people think I get some folk don't like it. Some folks think it's inappropriate. Cool, but you can't make the person doing it feel like they're wrong. And Sherry wasn't in any, Sherry didn't say it in any mean, rude way. It was a topic or whatever. But I feel like if you don't want to see people titties out, cool, that's fine. Then don't look. But I feel like it is known that at the Vanity Fair party, a lot of people come scantily clad. Sometimes the ass is out because I thought there was other people there who, were dressed differently. Okay, I just did not show. Do they have any from the thing? So Meg had, a little titty. Okay, titty, but her nipple was covered. Okay, her nipple was covered. Now she, a little bit more. But I feel like we cannot police people's body, in my opinion. And it's okay to not like something, but not try to make that person feel like they have an obligation to kids that they don't know. Man, fuck them kids. I don't know the fucking kids. Good bitch. Anyway, child, we already on an hour. Child, look, y'all take a little minute, child, and like the thing. And we're back. Okay. I'm not trying. I was just talking. I'm like, I can't believe it's been a whole hour. I had no idea. Okay. Let's get some congratulations out of the way. Okay. Wrong button. That's right button. No. Congrats to Serena Williams. She was now the newest owner of the Toronto Tempo. Okay, the WNBA's first Canadian team will debut in 2026, and she is what? The owner. Okay, look, women doing things like this is amazing. Okay, we know her for tennis, but she's like, no, child, I am an owner of a new team. Okay, come watch these people do their thing around here. So I'm like, she live in Canada? I don't think she live in Canada. That's fine. But yeah, the Toronto Tempo, okay, the WNBA's first Canadian team. So that's a good thing to be into. Okay, congrats. Okay, look, we love us some Serena around here. Okay, there's no Serena hate allowed in my corner of the woods. Okay, and to own the new team, a new location, even Canada. Okay, congrats to her. Okay, also congrats to Candy. Okay, now y'all know Candy and them, Candy, Ty, and a few other people have Othello that is on Broadway. And per deadline, Othello with Denzel Washington and Jake Gyllenhaal sells out the first week, shattering house records with a $2.6 million weekly gross. I was like, bitch, what? Look, Candy left Housewives, and I swear, Candy been winning ever since. Okay, Candy has been winning ever since. I feel like Candy finally like bet on herself, like full-fledged, on herself, and that should be celebrated because a lot of people who are on Bravo, they then leave Bravo. Some of them don't get to fully enjoy growing as artists, as actors, producers, or whatever their thing is. Cynthia had went and did, some movies. Eva, who was killing it in movies and TV shows, like she's on articles being, but Eva's been acting. Even Drew has been in some things. Drew has music coming out. So we had some housewives who left the franchise for whatever reason may be and flourished. And I think Candy is a great example of she really used, because Candy was on there with for 14 seasons. Candy really used her 14 seasons to grow her brand. Even how folk wanted her to leave Todd. Todd has absolutely, this in the producer space, helped Candy grow her brand. And some folk who leave Housewives, because remember Candy left when they were taking forever to cast season 16. And like she said before, I was like, why go back? They complain about me, the girls complain and say I'm always busy. Why not fall full into all these other things right now? Take advantage of not being on Housewives. And for some people, that can fall flat. For instance, for Nene. Remember Nene left around season 8 or 9 when Nene left and she went to do the normal. She kind of moved to LA. She was working with Ryan Murphy. She did the new normal, and I think she was on Glee or something like that, whatever. And Nene, it never happened. You know what I'm saying? Nene was just being Nene. And you could only be Nene for so long on a show, and it doesn't, work. So Nene left the show, tried to do it on her own, and it didn't work, and she came back, and then, child, what happened? Candy left, and since she left, it's really been win after win. Because again, even though it may not be her acting on the stage, but to be producing a play on Broadway with two amazing actors and selling out, okay, a $2.6 million weekly gross is an amazing feat to have. And I'm like, We have to celebrate our Black women when we can. We don't always get to be in those spaces, okay? So, congrats to her, to Serena, and to anybody else I may forget, okay? But Candy said, bitch, I can show you better than I can tell you, okay? And she said, I'm grateful to be in the spaces that I'm in this time in my life. Can y'all believe this is the 4th Broadway show that I produced? Again, the 4th. Okay, so congrats to Candy. Also, Cynthia. Child, Cynthia was in the airport. Now it's on TMZ, but y'all know I don't share TMZ shit. They flagged me. But Cynthia was around there on TMZ. She was in the airport and she was with some guy. And the guy had like a big hat, had like braids or locks or whatever. So you couldn't really see him, and you kept hearing or seeing Cynthia kind of like, oh, look away. We know her man now, okay? Because TMZ caught them in the airport. And she said they've been dating for like over a year now, flying back because he lives in Amsterdam. But he's here right now. He's a show coming up. Now, Lee Prince. Now, I don't know that man. Let me Google. Lee Prince, Amsterdam. Child, what this man look like? Oh, let me, child. So again, you see TMZ caught them in the airport and was talking to not Cynthia was not trying, because I think when they saw the cameras, he like went to the bathroom to like get out the way to kind of let her do that or whatever. But the camera kept following her and he kind of came out the bathroom. And then he did say his name. Again, it's Lee Prince. Now I said, I mean, I feel like if we've seen her exes, he looks like a younger version of Leon. Because Leon, the actor Leon, is Cynthia's, daughter's father. So he does facially remind me of Leon for sure. Now I ain't Googled that man much. Okay. I don't know that man at all. Okay. However, they caught her and that man in the thing. Okay. And she happy. Dating for a year. My man. Now I had heard her saying earlier, like late last year, about the man she was dating in Amsterdam, that she didn't want to have him around here no more, whatever. She wanted to, be sure, that he wasn't around here. You know what I'm saying? And again, because he is his own person, he has his own thing going on over in Amsterdam. I think it's like the little tech eco DJ and shit or whatever. He's also an artist, so he has his own thing going for him over in Amsterdam. And child, maybe who knows? He's a handsome young man. Now, I don't know how old that man is. Can I Google it? Let me see. How old is he? Does it say? No. Because Cynthia, we know Cynthia is a man of a certain age, child. Let's see what TMZ said. Now I won't play the video. It don't say how old he is though. Is he 20? Is he 23? Is he 30? I don't know. Anyway. But y'all, Cynthia's got a man at home. He had he's 38. That's less than 20-year difference. But again, if she happy, I like it. If she love it, I do too, child. But again, that's my man. So congrats to Cynthia. A few other things. So, child, happy birthday to Papoose, his girlfriend, not his wife, child. Papoose girlfriend said, happy birthday, baby. She said, King. I'm sorry, no. She said, oh man, happy birthday, King Papoose. So grateful for your life, your laugh, your music, your guidance, your love. You are truly one of one. I pray God bless you with many more years and even quicker hands, because today you're getting all your birthday punches. I love you. Happy birthday, Poppy. Look, I know y'all feel like that's that lady husband, because Papoose and Remy, I believe they're still legally married. The reason I don't feel like calling Papoose that lady husband because Remy has a boyfriend. You know, Remy had a boyfriend before we knew about Papoose and Clarissa. So I don't feel right making it like clearly Papoose and Remy are separated. You know, doing their own thing. Okay? With their own people. Now, I don't know why they have not legally got a divorce. I'm not sure. I don't know. However, if he has found love in a new place, and if Remy is around there with her new man, child shimmying on the dance floor for that rapper boy, I'm not going to keep like beating the dead horse and whatnot because it feel like they not together. You know, it feel like leave me be. Okay, it feel like she has a boyfriend, I have a girlfriend, and that's it. What am I supposed to do? I don't know. But yeah, because child, I don't even follow Remy. Well, I don't follow Papoose either. But Remy Ma had a boyfriend before we knew about Papoose' girlfriend. So to me, I don't think we can make it seem like Papoose is around here being somebody else's husband if his wife already had already had a boyfriend. Now, they should absolutely get divorced. They both should absolutely do the paperwork. Okay. But clearly, Pap and Remy have been broken up for a long time. Okay. Like, look. Their daughter is beautiful. Beautiful little girl. Okay. Their child. But again, Remy, you know, she's in her own bag. Okay. You know, she around here posting outfits, child, with new belly, but child. Anyway, Remy around here with titties out. This is from September of last year. Remy around here with titties out and new belly buttons. I don't know why. But again, she already has a boyfriend or whatever, and she living like she's a beautiful woman. You know, Remy's beautiful. But again, she has had a boyfriend for a while. So we're gonna leave Papoose and his girlfriend alone the same way Remy and I want us to leave her boyfriend alone. Okay? But happy birthday to Papoose and stuff. I did Serena. I want to get into this deadbeat daddy situation. Now I don't know if y'all know these people. Let me scroll down. Hold on. Now I kept hearing the story about this Anthony Edwards. Okay, he is in the NBA. He is 23 years old. Okay, now he's a handsome 23-year-old man, but that's still somebody's son in my eyes. Okay, he's too young for me. Anyway, Anthony Edwards. Now we discussed this months ago. Okay, because when we discussed it the first time, it was because the baby mama put out text showing when they were messing around, she found out she was pregnant. He told her from the beginning, I don't want no kids. He told her, I don't want no kids. Now, this is the get you gotcha. If you don't want no kids, whether you're male or female, you need to use protection. If you are a man, you don't want children, you want to fuck, cool, wear a condom. Either wear a condom or get a vasectomy. If you do not want children, either get your clipped to shoot blanks or always wear a condom. What you can't do is not be shooting blanks and not wearing condoms. Because if someone gets pregnant, you didn't try to stop it. Now, as a woman, if you don't want children, birth control, however you see fit to prevent the pregnancy. Okay? I feel like I would not I would not have sex with a man who I know don't want kids if I can get pregnant. Because if he's telling me he don't want kids, if I get pregnant, I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. And that's a harsh reality that when someone get pregnant, you, ma'am, you are the one that's pregnant. And we can call that man a piece of shit, deadbeat, daddy, gutter snipe, punk ass bitch all we want. However, at the end of the day, women, we are the ones who are pregnant. We are usually the ones stuck with a baby. So I would not ever even want to. You can't even get me in the mood to fuck you if I know you don't want children, and I know if I get pregnant, I'm gonna keep it. Like I don't want to be with you at all. Someone in this scenario would have to wear a condom. Okay. So that's point one. So again, we discussed it before because the text that she showed was him telling her, "I don't want no kids. I am not." So she knew this before last year. He told her, "I won't be." Now he spelled "won't" wrong. "I won't be in a child life I don't want." So technically, she knew the shit. Now he has a child, a 1-year-old daughter with his girlfriend. Okay, so it wasn't that he did not want children, it's that he did not want children with her. Okay, he did not want kids with this lady, and he told her that. Okay, now again, he's 23, she's 37. So he filed paperwork saying, "I don't want visitation or custody." The baby 4 months old now. And so he said, "Bitch, I don't want to be the daddy. I don't want custody. I don't want no visitation at all. I'll pay child support." Okay. So again, Anthony Edward, 23, has been in a court battle with his with mama, Aisha Howard, 37. Okay. Again, let's see, 37 minus 23, they're 14 years apart in age. Their daughter is 4-month-old Aubrey Summers Howard. And the newly filed documentation obtained by InTouch Weekly, Anthony has reportedly told the judge, "Look, I don't want to be in the kid's life. Okay, no custody, no visitation. Okay." It says they did a paternity test. Okay, he the daddy. Okay, he made it clear that he doesn't want to be granted visitation or custody of the baby. The only concern is child support. They said that she tried to cheat the system by birthing the baby in Cali and not Atlanta because she wanted money. Now, in different states have different rules, regulations, or whatever. So if the baby's born in Cali, I could possibly get more money than I would if I get it in Atlanta where I live. I said, "Look, be smart. If you don't want to be the baby daddy, fine, bitch, pay me more money." Now that does come off like a scammer. It does come off like I'm with this young man. I banged him. He's in the NBA. I got pregnant. I'm keeping the baby. I'm gonna force you to be the daddy. Okay, girl. So, they claimed that it's unjustifiable and in bad faith for her to try to get a higher passport order. The judge said, "I agree." Okay, the judge said, because of her not really living in California, she can't file for child support in Cali. It has to be in Georgia. So that's a win, I guess, for him. But to me, I feel like, he's a piece of shit. He absolutely. I don't want anyone to get it confused. He is a POS because the kid didn't ask to be born. You know, if you knowingly had sex with her with no condom and got her pregnant, you know, this is the consequence. A baby's born. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he has a daughter already, that he's in the daughter's life, you know, now that's a bit, you know, because it's like Tristan Thompson, where he has, you know, 3 kids, you know, with 2 with Chloe, and then the older son with the Jordan girl, and then he has a secret baby. But to me, Tristan, it may be the same thing, child. Because if his girlfriend has a 1-year-old, they have a 1-year-old. It do seem like around the same time he was fucking them both and got her pregnant. Either way it go, I don't understand men who have unprotected sex and then don't want to be the baby daddy. Like I don't get it. But again, what I will say is if he told her up front, I don't want no kids. It's almost like, was she trying to get a payday? Was he, and again, she's the oldest one out the group. Again, at that time, he probably was 22 because he's 23 now. This was last year. So I feel like he don't get a pass at all. I don't want anyone to get a he don't get a pass. But I do feel like I would never want to knowingly have sex with and get pregnant by a man I know would not want to be around for my kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, even for some who don't want a kid, they, you know, fuck the kid. All right, fuck it. All right, God. You know what I'm saying? Him saying, like, I don't want to be around. Wait, this is 4th child? This is... Hold up. Anthony... He had 4 fucking kids. You know I'm Googling. He has allegedly welcomed 3 kids with 3 different women and 5 for paternity of a possible baby number 4. So that would mean he is a daddy to 3 of the kids. And the new one, he's saying, hell no, hell no. Now, I found this on the US, Us magazine. Or the US magazine, I don't know. It says he's raising an eyebrow for the newest thing. He plays for Minnesota, filed the petition for paternity, blah, 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 blah. He has been dating Shannon Jackson since 2020. DNA test. He's the father.
Why AAA? Because you're stuck in a rut, literally.
I hate ads. I hate them. Well, not my ad, because that's how I get paid.
Stuff happens. Girl. That's why AAA roadside assistance is
Nope. Nope. Got it. So he is already the daddy. So he already has kids with other people's. Once you have 3 other kids, why the fuck fight the 4th? That's so stupid. That's dumb. See, I thought he only had 1 other kid. If you have 1 other kid and you don't want this baby by this person, child, snip, motherfucking snip. He picks and chooses whom he wants to actually have sex, and that's stupid. The pull-out method don't work. The pull out method don't work. That's how a lot of folk get kids. They pull out, and they've already left some in. Um, no, not. I thought it was nice. I thought it was just because I look. If I have a one night stand with some guy and I get pregnant, I'm not gonna hold him accountable for the baby. You know what I'm saying? Because worrying at it. And if I know someone don't want kids, I don't need you to help me. I'm not gonna fight you about it. Is my point. I thought he had a family, had this one kid, was messing around with old girl, but told her up front, I don't want kids with you. And I thought it meant that she was like, well, I'm gonna fuck him anyway. Okay, get his NBA money. Okay, and get me a little. I thought that, not that he got 4 fat kids. Once you have multiple children, I ain't the daddy. Not at 23. Not at 23. Okay, at that age, you young and you fucking everything in sight. And if you don't want children, you need to wrap it up or fuck somebody with no uterus. Okay, bang someone who can't get pregnant. Okay, then do all of that. But you can't be out here young and full of cum and banging everybody and getting multiple women pregnant and then telling one lady, I don't want that baby. That's stupid. That's dumb. Now, he ain't shit. At the same time, neither is she. Because she knew what was up from the jump. However, ain't no one turning down lawsuit money. Okay? If I'm driving down the street and you hit me, oh, your fault. I'm going to take advantage and get my money. Okay? If we banging with no condom and you play for the NBA, if I get pregnant, I'm killing this baby. Even though I know you don't want it, even with Tristan's the sad baby he had. That mama knew Tristan did not want to be out there, but she said, "Fuck you, I want the money." You know what I'm saying? So I feel like everybody at fault. He ain't shit, she ain't shit, and the only ones who suffer the kids, because kids are out in this world. You like, damn, why daddy didn't know me? Especially when you find out daddy had other kids. If daddy don't have no kids, that's a bit different. If he had no kids, like, I don't want no kids. It's plausible that he like, I don't want no kids. Well, again, get snipped, or wear a condom. And I fully understand that raw sex is amazing. Raw good sex is amazing. Okay, being in sync while having raw good sex isn't. I get it. I know. However, someone has to be smart. If the man don't want kids, you have to make sure you don't want kids. Because again, even pulling out can shoot a club up, because you can leave some in. Okay, you need to either get with somebody, bang someone who can't have kids, so you can shoot the club up and not worry about it. Okay, or get snip, so that way you don't have to worry. But when someone tells me I don't want children, and I keep sleeping with that person, and then I get pregnant, I can't then force him to be there when I knew he didn't want to be here. Now, if he is here, cool, fine, whatever. But I can't be pissed if I knew up front. Now, she could eat. She had every right to do what she wanted with her body. If she chose to keep the baby, cool. I'm not chasing no dude down to be a father to my child. Hey, you want to be the daddy? No, cool. I'm done. Me and my baby will be okay. I free sperm. Because I heard the sperm banks is expensive, child. save your trip, have fun, you know what I'm saying? So like I feel like I'm saying everyone has to hold themselves accountable for their own actions. He's wrong for having unprotected, and that's if the kind of I don't know. He's wrong for not taking better care of his dick. If he didn't want kids, it's his fault that he got someone pregnant because he did not wrap his dick up with a condom or get a little snip. Okay. But he up here getting vintage cooch because again, he 23, she 37, so that's vintage cooch to him. Okay, child. She absolutely wanted the money. Like, don't get it twisted. She's Drea with the NBA dude, but they're in a relationship. Okay, I don't know if she thought my vintage cooch will wrap this young man up. Okay, and I have him wrapped up in the rapture of my love, and that ain't work. And he told you, bitch, I don't want you. Not today, not ever. Now, you know, she was posting, commenting everywhere. Okay, little Miss Golden. Everybody trusting how kids need a father. No, kids need good fathers, and the one's intentions are not to be such that his existence is pointless anyway. Moving right along. Well, ma'am, not, but you want the money though, and that's bullshit. You because he paying you, girl. If y'all don't want kids, then don't fuck people. Now, allegedly, the other kid mama, okay, who said, he not in his son life either, picking which kids to be a part of. Now, I'm like, so he ain't shit in general. How old is she? Does he keep getting with older women and keep leaving babies stranded? I'm not forcing nobody to be with me. Like I didn't force my father to be. I'm not forcing nothing at all. But I mean, he ain't shit. Bottom line, he ain't shit. But she ain't either. But good child, let him be. Speaking of that shit, Journey Smollett. Remember, she was married. Was married, had a kid or whatever, and then quietly her and the husband divorced. Okay, well, Joshua Bell, who was Journey's ex-husband, was trying to get money from her 401k and her SAG pension. She has been in SAG since she was 3. Because remember, y'all, she was on Full House back in the day as Michelle's little friend. Okay, and been acting. This her punk ass ex-husband wants a piece of her 401k and her SAG pension. Bitch, what? Now, it says Journey has paid that man nearly $1 million since their divorce in 2021. He is demanding half of her retirement savings. The documents state that their 401k and pension are considered community property, meaning he's entitled to 50% of what she earned from 2010 to 2019. So for 9 working years of her being a working actress, and again, she's paid that he lived a life with her, been paid $1 million since 2021. Also paying him $7,000 a month in child support. He wants more. Again, since their separation in 2019, he has been collecting $7,000 a month in child support and alimony. Now they're going back to court to transfer half of her account balance. I don't have a bitch ass nigga I need a bitch ass nigga graphic. Okay. But if this was my man, oh, we would be fighting.
Yeah! They squabbling out there now. Yeah!
We will be fighting. Okay. He ain't got no money.
Insufficient funds. You ain't got no money.
Nigga, what?
I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
Nigga. Why you want her money? Why you want that lady money? I fully understand that when you're married, you know, you split things 50-50. But I feel like, nigga, what? If you've already gotten $1 million, you're getting $7K a month in child support, meaning they probably have split custody, but because he makes less, she pays him for child support. Sometimes, like, you should not have a new, like, who would want to date him? Because if I found out that when you and your ex-wife broke up, you were getting paid child support for one, and then for two, like, y'all, I'm going to her page. Like, that's her. That's a young Jeremy Smollett with fucking young Denzel Washington. Okay. I feel like I just feel like it's crazy to me when people feel the need to be like, I want all the monies. I feel like, again, they have a young son. Okay. He's 8. He turned 8 as of October of last year. So they have, again, an 8-year-old son that she's paying him child support for. You know, and it's insane to me. Not she keeps her child off the internet. You hear me? But I just feel like I want to punch him in the face. We love Journey Smollett. Like, I feel like even when her brother do dumb shit, okay, when her brother fucked up, we still love Journey, okay. But for her ex-husband to want half of her 401k and her SAG stuff, it's just crazy to me. Because, I mean, what is you doing? Who is he? I just, like, what does he do? What is his job? Is you just at home collecting a check? Is that what it is? You around here just getting a check? I gotta go find this nigga page. Okay. I hope. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Because if y'all are already divorced, you've already gotten a meal, you're getting child support, you're young, you can work. Why do you want half? And I know people say, well, if it was her, will she want half of his shit? I don't know. What I do know is to come after someone's money, I don't like it. I don't. And I don't like him. I don't. But again, ladies, this is also why we have to be sure that if you're getting married, prenup. Prenup. Because we don't have time for people thinking they can get our money. You know, and a part of me feel like if he was a stay-at-home dad for their whole marriage, and she was the breadwinning person, and like, if that was their arrangement, that would make more sense. Because it's like, okay, you know, it was a shared income that I would get. But I feel like even while they were married, he was doing his own thing. I'm saying, I don't think, because I remember when they were married or whatever, like he was a person too. You know what I'm saying? So to try to get all her money, I'm like, bitch. But you know what? Pay him his money and then say fuck you forever. Bastard. I don't really watch Love and Hip Hop. I watch the clips on social medias. Okay, I watch the IG parts and stuff. So I was scrolling social media yesterday and I saw a clip of Yandy talking to the girl, what's the girl name? Is it Karen White? What's the bitch name? Yandy was having a conversation with somebody. I don't know who it was. Jessica White. And just was crying like, oh my God, Yandy. My niece came and told me that your husband, Mendici, and her were like talking in the DMs. And I have the screenshots of the DMs, Yandy. She was child crying. I said, bitch, what you crying for? What are you crying? Child, comb your hair. What are you crying for? So Yandy then told her, girl, what's the girl's name? I'm gonna look it up in the DM. What's the girl's name? And you know, Yandy then pulled it up and I know, yeah. That wasn't Mendici, that was me. Yandy then told Jessica that your niece had walked up to my husband at some party, whatever, and I said, well, who the fuck, what's going on, whatever. And so I asked my husband her name, and I then went and found her on IG, and so it was me telling her, not Mendici. Look, Yandy was pissed, saying people are trying to break up her marriage, break up her home. People wanted to, ruin her and Mendici's. I'm not in their house. Do I think Yandy lying? It's possible. It's possible. However, I also feel like if Yandy wants to lie to protect her husband's image of not being a cheating asshole, that's on Yandy. If Jessica want to come crying with a bad wig on to Yandy say, girl, it wasn't him. Let me show you the text and stuff. That was her talking to me. And now what I will say is this. The fact that Yandy has access to Mendici's DMs, it feel like if he is cheating, she know about it. Because if a man is cheating, he not going to give you access to the app he used to cheat with. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I do feel like Yandy is fair in telling people, stop trying to come for my marriage. Stop trying to get things caught up and trying to bring it me from it, blah, blah, blah. She has a right to fight for a marriage. You know what I'm saying? However, I feel like if he cheating, girl, either let him cheat in peace and tell people, don't bring me shit. For some reason, Mendici's and Yandy are still together in the same household. So whatever their arrangement is, people's marriages are built on what they are able to withstand. I think Yandy's point is, don't tell me shit. You wanna know why? Because I ain't going nowhere. Don't think you're gonna come to me with some information to ruin my marriage. Because look, I have his DMs right here. Yeah, I see that. I don't care. So again, some people are like, if he's certain, I don't care. Don't do it to my face. To them hoes, don't walk up to you when I'm right here. Have some respect for me. Okay. But if she has access to his DMs, to me that means whatever Mendici is doing in the DMs, she know. Because she has access to it. She can see it. So it sometimes ain't a get a gotcha if I already know. And I don't care. I ain't going nowhere. You know? So I was like, but I'm like, why is she crying? Jessica crying confused me. Because I'm like, now I get, oh, I was just so scared and so I hurt to tell you, child. And he said, girl, wipe them tears. Like, it's okay, stop crying. Stop crying. Whatever Yandy and Mendice's arrangement is, they're both still there. It's not just that he's still there too. If Mendice's did not want to be with Yandy, he is handsome enough to be able to leave her and be elsewhere. But for some reason, he's still around there with that lady. I don't know why. If y'all see, I don't know. Yeah, Mendice's is a handsome, drug renowned because he used to sell drugs. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to stay. That's the thing. He don't have to stay with Yandy. And for some reason, he's still with Yandy. Even if he's embarrassing her while being around there. Okay. Even, oh, look at Loon. I miss Loon, the rapper. Y'all remember Loon from Rock Nation? Looking all nice and handsome and stuff. My point is, Mendice's has enough clout, enough attention, enough money to not only not be with Yandy, but get with somebody else who has more money than Yandy. So for whatever the reason may be, he ain't left. Other than that as well, Yandy is beautiful enough, rich enough, and famous enough to leave Mendice's if she wanted to. So for some reason, child, they still stuck like glue. I don't know why. Don't know why. Okay. It could be the kids. They got a couple kids together. Okay. It could be that he just likes being married. I don't know. Well, fake. Did they ever have a legal ceremony? I don't know. My point is, for some reason, they're still together, and all the rumors of him cheating, messing around with him and her, not him, him messing around with her and her, neither one of them have left each other. Even when Mendice was on the show complaining about Yandy and how he wasn't happy and blah, 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 he ain't leave. You know what I'm saying? And let's look at her page. Yandy. Okay. Yandy is also a beautiful woman. You know, she is successful in her own right. She has her own thing. She don't have to stay. And for some reason, child, she's still there. So once I see somebody, look at her and Crystal. Okay, she was also at the Black Women in Hollywood event. So once I see she ain't going nowhere and he ain't going nowhere, why am I going to waste my time saying, girl, I seen Mendice's at the bar with some, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, I don't care. Let it be what it is. Let it be what it is. And so I think that's Yeti's point. Not in saying he don't cheat on me. Her point is, I'm not going nowhere and he ain't either. So stop trying to tell me what he doing. I don't care. And if he is cheating, I'm a lie and say it wasn't him texting, it was me. Because that's her man. So I'm like, girl, let Jesus fix it. And hopefully he does. Because again, she ain't left and he ain't left. And I don't think they're making that much off Love and Hip Hop, but I digress. Let's see. Lastly, what's left, y'all? What is left? We did Kenzie, we did Journey, we did Union, okay. Child, okay, the ladies and stuff and whatnot. First of all, y'all, take 30 seconds. Okay, y'all do a good 30 or do a minute, okay? Like the video and give me a second. I'm like, what I got left, y'all? Let's get into Heavenly versus Gizelle, okay? So, in case y'all don't know, Gizelle does her show with Robin. And when Married to Medicine had this episode where King and Greg fought, King and Greg got into it and all that shit. Gizelle and Robin, they have their successful podcast, Reasonably Shady, where they do talk about some of the shows and all that. Now, Gizelle brought up how she felt like Married to Medicine is messy. It is overly produced by production. It's crazy this, crazy that. I agree with Gizelle at Married to Medicine being a messy show. With how they had the whole Greg, Sweetie, Quad, Phaedra, Apollo, and Shireen, and all these things going on. It had nothing to do with being married to medicine. So I did agree with Gizelle's assessment of what we've been seeing, on social media in these current episodes about the show. Now, technically, I don't fully even watch the show. I get most of my information from the clips because on social media, you can see the whole fucking episode within like 5 clips on the blogs. So it's easy if you are a blogger or a comment creator or a podcaster to discuss certain shows by the clips. Okay, and all the clips of the show, it comes off messy.
Married to Medicine.
Oh,
so I like those ladies.
Yeah,
I like the show.
Okay.
I don't like what the hell is happening.
What is happening?
So I know you don't know, but I got caught up into the Matrix.
Okay.
I still don't like Robin though.
And I turned on my TV and it was there.
Okay.
And all I saw was because we know Phaedra's on the show. And they were on a cast trip.
Okay.
And here comes Apollo.
Okay.
Joining them on the trip.
He's not a doctor. Okay.
Yeah. With his wife.
Okay.
Okay.
He's not a doctor.
Who's not a doctor either. Right. And so
Robin making comments like, okay, he ain't a doctor. Okay, his wife isn't a doctor. No one's a doctor. Okay.
He's just not a doctor.
And so
Phaedra ain't a doctor. Apollo ain't a doctor. His wife ain't a doctor. But they're all filming on Married to Medicine.
So Heavenly, who is a doctor, invited Apollo and his wife. So they're walking up. So then we cut to Phaedra in her confessional, and she's like, "Yeah, this is the woman that my husband was cheating on me with."
Okay.
So then we see like Shireen, I think that's her name, is the wife. What I don't love. Married to
Making no threats.
Again, bullshit. Now Phaedra
Medicine.
Heavenly saw Gizelle say she thinks it's messy, it's kind of crazy, and blah 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 blah. To me, Married to Medicine was one Bravo show that stuck to the premise of the show. The cast always has consisted of either doctors or someone married to a doctor. That has been the standard ever since the season 1 up until they added Phaedra. Even when they kept Quad on, Quad was the ex-wife of a doctor. So even to me, even though I always felt like Quad should have left for a season or two, I still also felt like Quad was the ex-wife of a doctor. So again, in a way, she was still connected to medicine. Once they brought on Phaedra, to me, it got messy. It got when Phaedra was. I'm a Reiki. Girl, the what? Once the show added Phaedra, it was overly produced. It was messy, and it was some bullshit because you added someone that don't fit the premise of the show for shits and giggles, for no real reason, and y'all had her around there for too damn long. So I agree with Gizelle's assessment because Married to Medicine was always a different kind of show. Well, Heavenly had a response.
I said that we seem very, what word did she say? Produced? The interesting thing is I ain't got shit else to tell her because I don't really watch her shit. I don't know if it's produced or not. All I know from Carlos is Mia be lying. And I saw the clip where they said that one girl had hired her man and something about he told it. He told it to Wendy's husband, Eddie, Happy Eddie.
How you quoting Happy Eddie if you don't watch the show? The issue I had with, well, let's finish hearing it.
That's all I know. That's all I know about this show. So I can't say it's produced or not. But the great thing, Gizelle, I'm gonna tell you this to your face. At least you're watching that shit because I'm not watching yours. I'm sorry. I love all you ladies. I really do. But thank you for watching to even say that. And to me, honestly, when she said that, I think it was a hit to Phaedra. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But I think that was a hit to Phaedra. So a lot of people have been asking me what I thought about that.
Well, the fact that Heavenly invited Phaedra's husband overly produced. So you too, Heavenly. And again, I felt like to try to say, well I don't watch y'all shit, but you watch mine. A lot of folk get information from social media. And like I think Gizelle said, I cut my TV on. I keep my TV on Bravo. I cut my TV on and I saw the scene. And so based on that and based on what we see on social media, I feel like you can't say you don't watch Potomac, but you call Eddie Happy Eddie. That was on the show. You know what I'm saying? Even instead that you don't watch the show, you heard that you heard stuff the same way Gizelle did by seeing shit through the grapevine. I think most Bravo people don't really watch Bravo shows like that. The same way most YouTubers, we don't really watch other YouTubers on a regular basis because we're all working. So we touch in here and there when we can, but most folks is too busy on their own shit. So none of us consistently watch each other, but we subscribe to each other, we pop in on each other, but we're not like a consistent watcher of each other because we have shit to do. You know what I'm saying? So the same way that we do that, the same way some actors don't watch the show they own because I was in the fucking show. You know, so Heavenly's little response being, well, I don't watch all shit. Yes, you watch they shit as much as she watch yours in passing. But Married to Medicine, the past, 2 seasons, it has been overly produced. It has been based on Phaedra. But you bringing in Apollo and Shireen was also overly produced. Period. But y'all, Heavenly is always beefing with somebody, okay? I'm surprised. I don't know how her show gets so much attention because y'all know Heavenly be a fucked up individual. Just saying. Let's get on. Where is it? Where is it been, child? Y'all know.
Joseline Hernandez.
No, that's not it. Where is it? I gotta see where it is.
Okay.
Amber Rose claimed Joseline Hernandez tried to sleep with her multiple times on College Hill. Now, y'all know the rule when it comes to Amber Rose. Okay. We don't like her. She gets on all our nerves. She's a liar. She's a user. Okay. We don't like her child. That's how we feel about Amber Rose. So I'm also a bit aggravated that Shannon Sharp even interviewed her. She ain't a part of the black delegation no more. She just isn't. I need her to go around there to her other cohorts channels and stuff and go over there. So Shannon even talking to her aggravated me. I didn't watch the interview. Now, let's listen.
Joseline Hernandez was trying to have sex with me the whole time I was on College Hill.
Now, Shannon had asked her, what made y'all get in the fight? Like, what made that happen? And this is her reasoning for saying the fight happened.
She was in my ear. She was saying, just give me a chance one time, but if you cool with it, we can do it in front of my husband. But if not, like, it could just be me and you. And at first I was nice. And I said, I'm flattered. It's just not my thing.
Right.
So she went on to say, she kept offering. She would been over with no panties on, and blah, 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 blah. I feel like, girl, look, do I think Joseline asked the fuck Amber? Yes. I absolutely do. I also think once Amber said no, but not separate, because y'all know I also feel like Joseline can be an unhinged maniac. You hear me? But I also feel like Amber comes off one way because like she latched on to the black delegation. And then as soon as Code 45 came around here, she went and sucked his dick. Okay. So I don't like her. So I fully can tell that she comes off like the black friend. I'm a black girl. I want to be in black space. I want to be on BET College Hill, but then I want to be white around my white people. Okay. So I absolutely believe that Joseline asked, you want to fuck around a little bit? We know Joseline is bisexual. I believe Amber said no. I believe from then on, Joseline absolutely would shake her cooch in Amber's face because it was a joke to her at that point. You know what I'm saying? But she then said, because I said no, she then kind of tried to bully me because I said no. She tried to, make it seem as if I want to be white. And she was asking me why I'm talking white. Amber absolutely code switches from her black side of things, even how she talked in this interview.
Right.
In my ear again, coming over, like having a dress on and going like this, bending over, a coochie out.
What?
Yes. And it was loud.
Did you tell her, it's like, look, I like the Arm and Hammer?
I did. She knew that.
Okay.
The way Amber talked here to black Shannon Sharp ain't how he talked in front of her white people on the stage, Code 45 and them. So Amber absolutely codes with this. So to me, Joseline probably said, why you sound white? Because she changed, her black skin changes. So I do feel like Joseline probably did call her out for how she got a code switch. So to me, don't try to make it seem like you were harassed by Joseline and then bullied because she would not accept no for an answer. And then she put this whole, you want to be white thing. I think now that we saw what you did on Code 45 stage when you was covering a man's balls, you do want to be white. You do want to be in that white space now. But we now see what pissed Joseline off about you. So again, I fully believe that Joseline said, girl, you want to fuck? Okay. Now Joseline came back because she heard the child. She said, I do not condone any form of sexual misconduct. As a survivor myself, this is a deeply personal issue. It's disheartening when people exploit serious matters for personal gain, as it undermines growth victims and fuels doubt about their experiences. Media outlets must be more responsible in investigating allegations before spreading misinformation, as reckless reporting harms both the accused and the survivors. I stand for accountability and truth. And her point was, Shannon, this was a recorded interview, and you allowed her to say on your platform that I basically tried to, take her cooch, and then when she told me no, I bullied her and beat her up. Without asking me, is that what happened? You know what I'm saying? She then put out, I've been a victim of sexual abuse at a young age. I know how scared a girl's, y'all know Jocelyn sometimes type how she talk. So, excuse me, I was, I'm gonna read it how she wrote it. I know how scared a girl's and a woman body is. I don't condone any sexual misconduct. I'm a mother and a wife. My lawyers are involved in this matter, but because I'm in disbelief, I had to write this for my own mental health. I never in my life tried to pursue or go after any young lady or woman in my life. To the blogs and these fake journalism, please, I ask you that before you let someone come on your platform and say anything about another individual, fact check. It is someone's life you're playing with. I normally don't say anything or write anything, but this is too serious for me to stay quiet until I get vindication. You can hear this from me, that that never happened, and it never will. This defamation of my character will not go unseen. I will not rest until I am vindicated. Now, Joseline. Do I think she would try stuff with people? Then I do feel like she would try to, she may twerk a little bit. She may bend over a little bit, because we've seen her do that on different things or whatever. That could be a joke. But if Jocelyn is saying, I did not try to get with her, that's a lie. I mean, if anything, BT gonna have to pull mics, pull footage, because if there is any footage of Jocelyn, you know what I'm saying, offering up whatever, it will come out. She had put up something else. Where is it? Oh, that's not it. I thought she put up one other post that Jocelyn did. Oh, right here. Anyone that gets involved in this story that is a lie will encounter consequences. My lawyers are dealing with this as we speak. I don't recommend anyone that hasn't fact checked get involved, because that shit is gonna get ugly. And I mean, again, when people accuse you of trying to get their cooch, it can go anyway. But Jocelyn has to know that production going to pull that footage. And if there's any footage, if there's any microphone thing that shows her, trying to get with her, that will be something. Now, I don't think there probably is footage of Jocelyn twerking and dancing around. But that doesn't mean that she kept trying to entice and recruit Amber to fuck her husband. So, child, we shall see. But Amber would have to, have some kind of proof for that. But Jocelyn would also have to have something showing that it isn't true. But I don't know. Now, Amber went back and responded and said, lawyer, bitch, please, I'll counter sue for defamation when you went on Breakfast Club and Drink Champs and lied about putting my head through a glass window. You don't want to play these games with me. Jocelyn, my money is way longer than yours. Y'all think Amber got money? Anyway, take your L like a true wait. Take your L like I did on the internet. Don't cry now because I told the truth. Everyone heard it on the way on the show anyway. Child, she took Ray J, Amon, but on Key, Trace Child. Tracy Edmonds, not Babyface ex-wife. Look, somebody got to post the proof. Somebody has to do the receipts. But either way it go, I'm still Team Joseline. Okay? I am still Team Joseline. Because I don't like Amber Rose. Right? And Amber and Ray J is child thick as thieves around there at Mar-a-Lago. Okay? So I don't believe shit he say. At all. And because we still hate Amon Schubert for what he did to Tiana. So you picked the wrong folk, Amber, as your backup. Child, get out our face. Fuck y'all. Again, I'm still Team Johnson. This solely because of how we've seen Amber Rose like a serpent. Stick her ass right into Code 45's good graces or whatever. Not even good graces, but took her ass over to the Caucasianites after for years soaking the black community for clout. So Amber, fuck you, bitch. Lastly, let's get into Porsha. Porsha was on all kind of stuff. Porsha was on The Breakfast Club. Porsha was on also on The View today, because you know Housewives come on this Sunday. Yes, I will be reviewing it. Now, when she was on The View, I took some notes from The View. She brought up how she left Housewives of Atlanta to focus on being a mom because she just turned 40. She wanted to be off the cameras for a while, be a mom to Pilar. That she came back on the show after 3 years because she wanted to show her new life, her new husband, and how happy and loved she was and whatnot. But then, boom, divorce. Life happened and whatnot. Okay, how she wasn't ready to file for divorce. She had to file for divorce. It was her second time, going through it on a show. How she has thicker skin now, because she went through shit with Cordell back then. She's not a people pleaser anymore. She don't care about what people think about her no more. That she used to think about the men and them approving of her. She don't care anymore. Blah, 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 blah. She did bring up how this time she was prepared for, in case things fell apart, again, a prenup. She made sure that she had her money in order. She said for 8 years prior, she'd been paying things off and making sure that she had her money in order. But how they had a prenup so that her stuff was saved, so it was his. But child, and now she here. Now, she was on The Breakfast Club as well. And she spoke about her and Nene. Because remember, Nene had said, child, I think last year, how she was trying to say Porsha blocked her from being on the Upshaws. Now, Porsha said, Nene does what Nene does. Was make shit about her. Okay, she said, I was the book for the Upshaws. They also booked Nene. But when it was time to film the Upshaws, I had just filed for divorce a week prior. Now, y'all know Nene at that time was still hanging out with Simon and some other lady. And Porsche said on set or whatever, Nene was in the room next to her. She heard Nene's voice, and she said, I felt like mentally I couldn't do it. I was crying. I was emotional, whatever. I'm going through divorce, and I could not do it. I think her point was Nene wasn't there for me. And because of that, I couldn't play housewife friendly with her because I wasn't mentally prepared for that. And plus, now she didn't say this. She made it seem as if it had nothing to do with Nene herself. It had more to do with how she felt. But she did mention, I did see Nene with my ex-husband and new women or whatever. So, I seen that. So I do feel like her point was, I can't play. It had nothing to do with Nene per se, but I was not mentally in a place to film with her because of my feelings on my divorce. Because I heard her voice and it triggered me or whatever, and I got sad and blah, 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 blah. So she did say that. She also brought up, because they asked her if she wanted Nene back on Housewives. And she did say, I would love to have her back. However, you can't sue the network and say what you said about Andy and then think the bridge ain't burned. And I feel like not enough people have said it in that way, meaning, yes, we all would love for her to be back. However, she burnt the bridge. And no one should think that after calling the producers a cokehead and this and that, and then suing the network, that they would let you back on the network. Now, again, you can be on E! News, child, doing the after show of awards or whatever. Cool, but you probably won't be back on Bravo. You burnt that bridge. And I like that Porsha put it in that way. So she did clear up the stuff about her and Nene. But she should have just said, Nene was hanging out with my ex-husband and new bitches. And so I couldn't be a friend with her acting. It wasn't in me. I could not do it, Jesus. God said no, and I said okay. You know what I'm saying? So, but her point was it wasn't solely about Nene. It was more about how I was feeling going through my divorce. She divorced too. Now, she also discussed her and Simon.
Let's start with
the divorce. Now, she, to me, Porsha's point was, I didn't want to divorce Simon. Porsha said, I filed for divorce, trying to force him to be honest with me, and he just wasn't. She said, Dennis. She said Simon wasn't honest with himself, so he couldn't be honest with me. When she brought up how they would go to the airport and he would like kind of have her go somewhere else because he had these issues and she didn't know. But she said, if he would have been honest with me, I would have helped him fight this. I thought we had money to live wherever. So even if he would have been deported, I would have just brought the kids back and forth to him and here because he don't have to be here. So Porsha wholeheartedly was saying she didn't want to divorce him, that she did it as a scare tactic. And then all that came after it is what pushed her to still do it. She did say they got to a big argument on Valentine's Day, and that's how she knew some shit was, hitting the fan. But it was stuff that she did not know, that he was not honest about, and that's what pushed her to file. Because the stuff that then happened, she said, well, I gotta file for real. Now, Porsha, I still love him. He's still my husband. I have to fully get him out of my system. I thought he was my person. And all that shit. So even with her conversation about it, she just, to me, made it clear I was bullshitting and fucked around and had to get divorced for real. He's be fighting over the house. I can't do this. I can't do that. He's now detained. That was on him because he did not have to come back here. He chose to. I did not call ICE on him. And it's unfortunate or whatever. So I was like, child, I guess so. She also talked about Simone, because Simone called her a mean girl when Simone was on Walk What Happens Live, and Andy asked her about, Phaedra going back to Married to Medicine, whatever, or how Phaedra felt like the Married to Medicine girls were like mean or whatever. Simone was like, well, she going back to the mean girls. I do feel like Simone meant the Housewives of Atlanta also had mean girls. I don't know why she said Porsha's name, but I do feel like Porsha of the past may not be a mean girl, but Porsha has done some fucked up shit. She mentioned Porsha, Dragon Kenya. We've seen her also fight on her own show, her fight Dennis and whatever. So Porsha does have, the show has mean aspects to it. So I don't know why she specifically said, the mean girls over there like Porsha. Okay. And Porsha got pissed. Child, Porsha said, oh, she got a doo-doo on her head. I said, could not some doo-doo for a ponytail? Anyway, Porsha said, I don't know Simone. You know, she is around here. You know, I think she's full of shit or whatever. When you have a lacking storyline, you know, you want to come for the queen or whatever, or come for people who are on point or whatever. I'm saying, and I was like, girl, why? Why? I feel like if you don't, Porsha does have tendencies to get into fights, to fuss with people. I think that's what's moment. So I don't get why Porsha was pissed about it. You have fault. You have done shit that was considered. You child, they said you lied on Candy in the dungeon. Okay, so for what? So I was like, I guess so. And she also discussed Drew. You know, episode 1 allegedly shows Drew working with Dennis. For some reason, Dennis is now producing music or whatever, and so he helped Drew her album. And Porsha complained. What complaint was? Drew didn't tell me that she was working with Dennis. So Drew went behind my back and was like secretly filming with Dennis and not tell me. I feel like, girl, it's the show. It's the show. I don't know why Porsha would have to tell you business-wise she working with Dennis. Even Porsha thinking maybe they fucking around. That part is weird to me. Now she said, I don't want Dennis. It ain't that. Being said, I was a girl. So the fact that we now know the beef between Porsha and Drew is over Dennis, because girl, Porsha, and I like Porsha, I do, but I do feel like beefing with Drew because Dennis is helping her get music out is stupid. If you don't want that man and they not fucking around, why you mad? Now, if Drew and Dennis is secretly fucking around or trying to act like they is, that I mean, I would have some questions, because Drew and Porsha like know each other, okay? But I'm like, Porsha, you fucked Simon, so girl, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So again, Porsha did a whole bunch of interviewing and talk. I do think the new season will be good. This is based on some information that people have been saying about episode 1. So we shall see. Okay. Anyway, y'all, I did not mean for this to be so fucking long. It is damn near midnight, and I am tired. Okay, I am done. That's all I have, honey. Y'all know to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I did review Paradise. It's up on my channel. Go watch it. It was live on Monday. It's other content up, so be sure to go look at the other things I have available. Okay, and I want y'all to have a good time for the rest of the evening. It's late here, y'all. Have a good night, y'all. I'm gonna go and relax for 13 minutes and go to bed. I might go live tomorrow depending on what is happening in the world. But please remember, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Again, I did not know it had been 2 hours and 43 minutes of me talking. My mouth is dry. I'm tired, okay? But I love you all. I do. Okay. Bye.